Today I'm going to be demonstrating OmteguOs, which is my custom-made, currently just a kernel with a basic command line system that isn't extremely functional. I'm currently showing off directories. There is no way to access the disk right now, to my knowledge, that works. I say to my knowledge because it's been a little while since I have worked on this project. I am currently going around and messing with some of the commands and showing them off, such as the ability to make text files and edit them. This is a test file with text in it. Hypothetically, enter. Enter should be able to be programmed with all the functions of my help menu. What am I yapping about? Yeah, so basically you can see backspace is broken. I'm not 100% sure why. I will have to investigate that, but backspace is broken. You can currently run files, and pretty much the way everything is going to end up working is through a text file. So say you have an image. It is just stored as a massive text file, which you can then pass as an argument to an image viewer program, if there was an image viewer program. The image viewer program is then able to interpret this, and since you would just be passing it as an argument to another program, that program would have to be made entirely using functions in the help command, which the number of functions in the help command is supposed to grow over time. Currently, programs are supposed to be able to support 32 variables, basic addition and subtraction, and if and go to statements, but the enter key does not work. Anytime you run a program, it will run it one time with the enter key properly working, and then it will not run again. I'm not sure why, and I need to fix this. It's annoying. Anyways, I am trying to run sysinfo, which has a placeholder RAM count. The virtual machine actually has 256 megabytes. I'm planning to, in the future, make it actually look at what the used RAM percentages and output that, but that'll probably come about at the same time that I actually add in disk saving and functionality of the disk. Here I'm manually drawing out a bunch of pixels in the top left of the screen. The screen size isn't very large, but I'm drawing out a bunch of green pixels because 10 was easy to type out, and I knew it corresponded to an actual color. So whenever the screen clears, it does appear to clear out those pixels and stuff, which I will have to separate clearing text from clearing pixels in the future. Yeah, if programming worked and saved the new line, it would allow me to write an actual script that does that and make a square of green. I'm currently attempting to write a program. Oh yeah, here is the font. I took it off somewhere and converted it to binary. Conversion wasn't great, but it worked. As you can see, all of the characters are fully functional. Capitals too. I am not 100% sure how I interpret the F keys. I actually have not tested those. I don't even know if I'm handling those. So this is writing the program for the square. This is actually just not quite making that program. It's just a thing. Technically, if this saved to disks, you could take notes off of it. I don't know why you would. I have booted this on a Pentium 3 computer before, but it couldn't do anything. Anyways, I'm currently writing out manually the draw pixel commands. In the future, there will probably be a square command that is internally just a program that calls draw pixel repeatedly with the input. Pretty much the entire thing is making the most simple and baseline command that can be made to perform a function. And then if I need something that can be done with that function in the future, it can be done via creating a helper wrapper program on top of it, such as a square creator, whatever, circle, basic geometric shapes, for example. We can just call draw pixel repeatedly. I made a typo, and because backspace doesn't properly work, I screwed up there. I may implement that word as an actual command in the future. The eventual goal of the operating system, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe saving to disk, doing things, I don't know. So as you can see, run square 2 worked once. Now, if I clear the screen, and then I run square 2 again, which I do now, there's only 1 pixel because it's only executing the first line of it because it destructively changed all of the lines into 1 line, which is highly annoying. This is one of the most major problems at the moment, and once fixed could lead to actually being able to get work done, making programming work. Since if and go to exist at the moment, it is technically possible to make loops, though I'm probably going to make a dedicated command for that, just because the closer to the hardware level, the more performant, but there's a trade-off between performance and not having to deal with writing more C, or also assembly in some cases. I have a basic idea of how to fix the error with line breaks, but yeah. Purple. I like purple. Good font, so I chose it. This is trying to figure out how to save to the disk, because I know that is a command that I implemented. Here's size 4 of the font, which is just completely broken. I don't know exactly what's wrong, but it is broken. If I set the font size back to 8x8, it works. Again, just 4x4 doesn't. I will eventually at some point have to make the screen a higher resolution. I just don't want to right now. So this is, I'm looking at the commands real quick just to make sure that I didn't miss the disk command. At this point, I'm going to go out and check my source code, see if disk is a command, and then I looked, savefs is a command, but it crashes. So savefs should do it, but I don't think it actually supports SATA, which is what my thing is emulating, and then I'm just trying to load it up. You can't load your saved stuff, especially if there was nothing saved, and I crashed again.